I'm working on a 2012 Hyundai Genesis 3.8 sedan, not the coupe. In this vid, I'm going to be, showing you how to do an oil change. Before you do an oil change, you want to figure out what you need to do the oil change job. So, as you can see on my cart, my tool cart, I got all the tools I need for it. Don't mind this shit on the side. Just this stuff over here. So I got my oil. This car requires 5W30. You'll know by either looking up the service information or if you remove this, not remove, but look at this oil cap right here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me grab the flashlight for you. It says 5W30. So that's what we're going to put in here. Got the oil filter. This is a paper filter. I'll show you where that goes. Parts cleaner, brake cleaner, same thing. Want to get all the oil, like will spill during the job, and it's kind of hard to always avoid it every time. You won't be able to. You can minimize it, but keep this on deck. Paper towels, shop rag, whatever you got. Got my tools, got my pick. I'll show you what you need that for in a little bit. Got my my 3/8 ratchet. This is a 12-inch one, 17 millimeter socket. That's what's required to remove the drain bolt. Or you could use this. This is a longer, ratchet wrench. I don't know what I was about to call it for a second. You can use both ends. I use this one. It gives me more leverage. This is my favorite tool only because I don't have to use a lot of force to break things loose, because the longer in length, the more leverage you get when breaking bolts. Or you could use just a regular open end wrench. It'd be a pain in the ass to use. I never use this one. This is in case you got basic set of tools. You can get away with this. Just gotta work a little bit harder. And I got my 27 millimeter oil filter. It's a special socket for this. That's all you need to do the job. Depending on if you in the shop or you're doing it in a driveway or something like that outside on the street, you may need this. This is an oil catch can. Get this at your local parts store, AutoZone, Advanced, Pep Boys. I'm in the shop, so I don't need this. I will be using this oil caddy right here. Or you could go to Lowe's. Before I had got this oil caddy, went to Lowe's and grabbed like a little concrete cement tub thing. Looks like, I think it's a 14 gallon, I'm not sure, or 20 gallon, whatever. Get the biggest one, and you can get away with that. Make sure you got like a piece of cardboard, something big, because oil like to somehow drip down, and it's always at the bottom of the pan, and you don't want it to stain up the ground. We won't go online. We want to figure out what type of oil we require, but we already verified that on the oil cap. But if it's not on the oil cap, you can find this information on Google. Look up the oil capacity too. I already know what type of oil it needs, 5W30, so I went on Google. Well, I didn't go on Google. I'm going on Google for you, but I have my own all data. I get my own service information, specifications, everything. I have access to that. But if you don't, you can go on just Google. So just Google 12 Genesis 3.8 oil capacity, and you will find a couple farms like this one. First thing I want to do, first step in doing the oil change, when I'm ready to perform the oil change, you want to take the oil cap off. I always remove the oil cap because it's just a little reminder that I didn't fill the engine up with oil. Next thing you want to do is get your car set up on a lift properly. If you don't have lift, set it up on jack stands. That's a whole nother video. You can figure that out on YouTube. Pretty sure there's a bunch of guys on there that show you how to use jack stands, ramps, but I'm in the shop, so I'm going to go ahead and lift the car up. Okay, we up in the air. So now we're gonna go to the find the oil drain plug. It's right here. So we're gonna look at it, make sure it's not leaking, make sure the seal around it, the gasket, the O-ring these drain plugs sometimes come with, make sure it ain't good. This one is good, so I could use it again. This drain plug is a 17 millimeter. Service will tell you, and service information will tell you what size it is. Or you can just match it up with sockets. You want to keep stepping it up or down to if it's flush on here. So find our oil filter too. Make sure you can find everything before you start the job. This is a plastic oil filter housing. These newer cars come, everything is different with these. They don't never come with the metal cartridge. I think that's what it's called, the metal can filter. This car doesn't require it. That's what our 27 millimeter oil filter socket comes into play for this, and I'll show you that in a minute. Got my oil caddy set up directly right under the oil drain pan, especially the drain plug. You want to keep it just a little bit away from it, because if the engine's hot, it's going to come out gushing because of the pressure. If it's cold, it might drip down right here. So you want to have it at a good, like, nice distance in between the plug and the drain, so that way it can come out correctly. So this one is cool, just in case it shoot out further or shoot out away. I'm good. I'm not going to be using this 3/8 ratchet, nor this 17 wrench. I'm going to use this long ratchet wrench. When we get our ratchet wrench on there, make sure it's on there flush, because we don't want to strip it when it's on there flush. Just go ahead and break it free. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. You will never forget it. So I want to back it off. I want to go reverse. So I'm going left, which means I'll be pushing towards this tire right here. So got it free. Give it a few twists. Some of them, you keep twisting it till it gets real loose, and then you can turn it by hand. This one I gotta keep. Here we go. Got it free, so I can do it by hand now. Now I got my tool off. I'm gonna finish backing out this bolt. Now you want to be careful. I'm using my left hand. I'm a right hand dude. I'm trying to get y'all where y'all can see this. Before you take the bolt off, hold it in. Look at your gasket. Make sure it's on there, because that will fall down in here. Some people don't even put it back on. So just hold the pressure. Make sure it's aimed correctly, and then you're just going to hurry up and let go, like, real fast. Move the drain bolt out of the way towards you, like that. See how I got obstruction, stuff in the way, just making the oil spill out. But I'm good though. So I got it draining. Everything is within range, so I won't worry about it, like, no overspilling. So I'm gonna let it drain. I already waited like 5-10 minutes for the oil to drain out, and I see this stream right here, stream oil. It's not that bad. You don't have to wait any longer. You don't have to let it drain out. It will never drain out completely. You can let this shit sit like overnight. You come back the next morning, the shit's still dripping. It's just too many oil passageways, too many galleys, too much stuff inside of the engine where the oil flows in. You won't be able to never get it out unless you tear it apart and clean it. But this is cool right here. 5 to 10 minute drain. That's all you need. Put the plug back on. Make sure you got your gasket, O-ring, washer on the plug. So I'm good. I can plug the pan back up now. grab our ratchet wrench or whatever tool you're using, as long as it's 17 millimeter. Put it on the plug. I'm gonna tighten it. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So we're going to the right. So this tool will be turning towards this tire right here. Make sure it's on there flush so we won't strip it. As soon as it stops, hold on. Yeah, as soon as it stops like this, you want to give it about not a 1/4 inch turn, just give it a full inch and then stop. And that's all you need for the drain bolt, because these don't have to be that tight. If you over tighten it, you strip the thread and then the pan will be leaking, and then you'll have to retap the pan. That's a pain in the ass if you don't know what you're doing, or if you fuck it up tapping the pan, which that's likely to happen if you're not doing it correctly. Just end up replacing the whole pan. So we're just gonna give it a nice little turn, and that's it. That's it. It's tight. Next, we're gonna do the oil filter, which is this right here. We're gonna remove this housing because it's inside of it. So we need a 17 millimeter socket, oil filter socket. So go to my tool cart. Here's my 27 millimeter. I'm gonna put it on my 3/8 ratchet. Remember, get you a long ratchet, something with lengths to give you leverage. Be easy for the bolts, nuts, or whatever it is you're trying to break loose. It'll break free if you got something in length. So I'm just gonna put it on. Make sure it's on and off. Put it off. Put my tool on. Make sure it's flush. Actually, wrong size. Okay, not a problem. I got a special tool for this. So my bad. I'm wrong. So this is what I'm gonna do. I bought a special set for this. AST, get you with the part number right here. This is a 7-piece set. You get most cars, German cars, the newer American cars that is pain in the ass plastic filters. So that one was too big. So let me see. Oh, I thought it was a 27. I grabbed the 32 thinking it was this over here, the 27. And this is the 27. It's my fault for grabbing the wrong tool, even though I was right. So we're gonna grab this 27. Make sure it goes on. That's cool. That's flush. That's snug. That's tight. That's right. Let's put it on our ratchet. Make sure it's on there right, nice and flush like that. Not cocked to the side. Not halfway on correctly. And I'm gonna break it free. Now, when you twisting this off, there's the O-ring, like within the threads. Makes it hard for it to untwist. So sometimes you gotta use the ratchet rather than using hand. Okay, I'm watching the camera, not watching it. See the oil coming out? Now I can untwist it by hand. Let me move my drain back some. Alright. Okay, that's cool. You want to like move it away from you so it won't splash on you. So move it further all the way over here. That's where the oil filter sits in. All that. And wipe this off much as you can, or let it drain. Spray down with some brake cleaner, something. You don't want it all over your hands if you're not using gloves. If you're using gloves, then it's not a problem. You leave it as is. So we're gonna take the oil filter out. Grab my pick. The O-ring lies like the last thread right here. After the starting of the threads, this is the start of it, and this is where it fits in right here. You take your pick, just want to dig in and pick it out. Comes off just like that. Now your new oil filter in the box it comes with a new O-ring. just gonna pull this out. Gotta use 2 hands. So fold this like this and pull with that. Sometimes you twist and pull, it'll come off easy. This one came off not a problem. Oil filter. It's my filter. Let me put that down here. Make sure I don't get dirty. Well, yeah, that's the whole purpose of stuff. Make sure. So there's an O-ring. Put it on. Same way you took it off, same way you put it back on. That was easy. Next, your bags sometimes come with more stuff, sometimes they don't, sometimes they just come with the O-ring. This one came with the, this is for drain plug, but this already has it. And this is O-ring. I have no idea where this goes. I don't know if it goes any plastic housing or on the engine side, but it's not needed, so I really don't give a shit where it goes to. Probably goes inside of the filter, but we ain't replacing that because that's not needed. So save this. You will use it for another car. It may come in handy. You may get another Hyundai. You never know. So I'm putting my oil filter on. Some oil filters come both sides are the same. This side is the same apparently. One might be different than the other. Just fully inspect it, make sure it's right on both sides. If it goes on one way, make sure you put it in the way you took it off by, you know, the way you took the last filter off. So this is the same, so I'm just gonna go in, put the filter in, and just push it in. Then fill it bottom out. Use your hand like that. Feel like it's flush at the bottom. Twist it a little bit, you know it's on right, and that's it. So we're just gonna put our oil filter back in. Then it's gonna be hard to turn because there's O-ring, so we take our ratchet wrench with the 27mm socket and just tighten it. Before we go any further, I already double checked this, but I got my own triple check system. I like to make sure everything is right. It's just I'm detailed. I don't skip shit unless I had to, and I don't want any comebacks. That's my main thing. I like to do the job right, so I'm going to make sure the drain bolt and the oil filter is on correctly. Make sure it's tight right. So actually use this end. Just not snug it, but just try to turn it. If it don't turn, that's because you tighten it right. This is just we're checking it over, make sure we did everything right before we go further. So that's good. Grab this. That's good. Next, take your brake cleaner. Make sure you just clean up everything. Spray your oil filter cap. Get your drain plug. And wipe it down with a towel until the surface is dry. And then we're gonna lower the car. Now we got the car lowered. Next I'm gonna fill it up. So to fill it up, you can, if you want, try to pour it in that hole. Good luck getting oil everywhere. So to prevent that, we use a funnel. This funnel is different from funnels like most people got, like this funnel right here. See the hole inside of it, the draining part? Smaller it is, the longer it's gonna take for you to pour it in. You could try to pour it in fast, but it's gonna come out the top. So that's why we got a quick fill funnel. It says right there, you get that from like your local parts store. This hole is bigger, so the only thing I gotta do is just pour it in there regularly. I don't have to back off. I just fill it up fast and it'll quickly fill up. So let's fill that up. Then we're gonna put all 6 quarts in it because this car requires 6 quarts, just as I researched and I took note. Let's see. So we're gonna put the rest of them in there. So I got all 6 quarts in. Engine is filled up to its capacity. Next I'm gonna put the oil cap on. It's on. Next, start the car. Let it run for at least 15-20 seconds. Let all the oil cycle through. Shut it off, and you want to go out and you want to check your dipstick with the engine off, and we're just going to check the oil level. Got the engine started. Once you got it running, I did say 15-20 seconds, but we're gonna hold off on that. Get on the ground and check for leaks. Even though everything was tight, I just like to do my job thoroughly. Everything looked good. The dipstick out. I already got it out the tube. Clean it off with a a shop towel or rag. Then we're gonna put it back in. Let it bottom out. Twist a little bit, wait, pull it out, and we'll check our levels. Let's see. Oops. Alright, this is my version of the oil level. Alright, the stupid camera won't focus. There we go. Alright, so I'm good. I'm at where the dot is at on the F. It's actually, the line is flush right there. So make sure the go is between L and F, and I'm right at the F. So I'm full, I'm good. Here we go, that's a better one. And put your dipstick in. And that's it. If you got an oil filter sticker, put it on. Make sure to add 5,000 miles to it. If you got a maintenance reminder system, just reset the light. And we're done.